Okay, so we've gotten some interesting stuff sent to us about
Yeah.
Jay-Z
Yeah.
and this supposed bunker.
Right.
This is like straight out of, like a hip-hop thriller or something. We're talking about Jay-Z, like a secret bunker. I mean, come on.
The good one, right?
It's really interesting.
Yeah.
And all this stuff about Diddy and
Right.
legal trouble. So, I mean,
Where do you even want to begin?
I don't even know. I guess we should start with like what we were sent. We got these articles and reports, right?
Like from like legit sources?
Yeah, I mean, these are all from pretty reputable places, and they all have this kind of similar thread about, Diddy
Right.
maybe facing some really serious legal problems. Like we're talking IOCO.
Yeah, RICO's no joke.
Yeah, that's not something to mess around with.
No, not at all. It's serious stuff.
Yeah, this isn't like a parking ticket or something.
No, definitely not.
So we've got that going on, and then there are all these like whispers
Oh, whispers, juice.
about Jay-Z, right?
Yeah.
Like freaking out.
Freaking out. Like in a good way or a bad way?
Well, I mean, wouldn't you be freaking out? I mean, if this whole thing with Diddy is true,
Yeah.
and it could lead back to you.
I mean, I don't know how I'd react, honestly. It depends.
Yeah, of course, but
It depends how connected they really are,
yeah,
you know? Because if they're tight and Diddy's in hot water, that's not good.
Exactly.
But if it's old news, then maybe it's like, oh, okay, whatever.
Yeah, that's true. But that's the thing, like, from what I understand, they're not really that close these days.
Oh, really? Okay, so why is he so worried?
Exactly.
I mean, that's a good question. Why is he so worried then?
Yeah, so that's what we're going to try to figure out in this deep dive.
Okay.
Is this a genuine concern for a friend, or is it something more
Interesting.
self-preservation,
Okay, I'm hooked already.
And this is where the whole bunker thing comes in.
The bunker, yeah. So what's the deal with I mean, is that even real? Like, are we talking about a legit bunker?
So that's the thing, like, based on these articles, this isn't just some,
Right.
Safe room with some extra water bottle.
Not just a panic room. Okay.
Yeah. We're talking like full-on military-grade security,
Yeah.
escape routes, surveillance.
Hold on. This is serious stuff.
Yeah.
Like, is that even legal? I mean, I know people have safe rooms and stuff, but a whole bunker.
That's a good question. I mean, I'm not a lawyer,
I don't know either.
but, when you're talking about that level of,
Yeah.
security and stuff, it makes you wonder.
It makes you wonder.
Like, where's the line? At what point does it become something else?
Right. Because it's one thing to want to be safe, but this is next level. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And it makes you think, like, what does he know that we don't?
Oh, now that's the question, right?
Yeah. I mean, is this about Diddy, or is there something bigger going on here?
Okay, so we've got Diddy maybe in trouble, Jay-Z maybe in hiding.
Yeah, basically.
This is wild.
And it gets even crazier.
It does. There's more.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, hit me.
So according to this one article,
Mm-hmm.
Jay-Z went completely dark.
Dark. What do you mean dark? Like off social media dark?
No, like completely off the grid.
No way.
Yeah, like no Beyonce, no close friends, no nothing.
Wow, he really disappeared then.
It's like he just vanished.
That's intense.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
Mm-hmm. So what's he doing down there? In this bunker?
Well, that's what we have to figure out, right? All right.
Let's do this.
That's the whole point of this deep dive.
I'm ready.
All right, so let's break it down.
Let's do it. I'm all ears.
So he's down there in this bunker. Like, what was he doing? Just like hanging out.
Yeah, like what's the bunker life like? Is he just chilling?
Right. Like, is he working on a new album or something?
Well, I doubt it's like a vacation, right?
It's true.
Yeah.
True.
I mean, if he's really worried about this whole Diddy thing, I bet he's got like a whole team of lawyers down there with him, right?
Probably figuring out all the angles.
Exactly. This is like serious legal strategizing, not just like writing rhymes.
Yeah, this is like high-stakes chess.
Exactly. He's probably got to be thinking 10 steps ahead of everyone else.
So he's like playing 3D chess while everyone else is playing checkers.
Right. And he's always been known for being super strategic, right? Like that's kind of his thing.
Yeah, he's always been a few steps ahead of the game.
Exactly. So while this whole thing might seem crazy, it's also kind of classic Jay-Z, you know?
True. But okay, so while he's underground, laying low, what's happening with Diddy? It's not looking good for him, right?
No, not really. I mean, if he's really facing a RICO investigation, that's a whole different ballgame.
Right. It's not just about Diddy anymore. It's about everyone and everything he's ever touched.
Exactly. We're talking about potential connections to organized crime, money laundering, all sorts of stuff.
And if those connections are real, it doesn't matter how famous or how rich you are, you're in trouble.
Right. This could be the end of an empire.
Okay, so let's say, hypothetically, Diddy goes down. What happens to Jay-Z?
That's the big question, isn't it? Because they were so close for so long,
Right,
it
exactly.
all comes down to what they can prove, right?
Yeah, like, if there's no evidence connecting Jay-Z to any wrongdoing, he's probably in the clear, right?
Well, it's not always that simple. Remember, we're talking about RICO here. It's about patterns of behavior, associations.
So even if Jay-Z isn't directly involved in anything illegal, his past relationship with Diddy could still be a problem.
Exactly. They're going to be looking for any connection they can find.
Wow. So even if he wanted to, there's no way for Jay-Z to just erase his past with Diddy?
Nope. It's all about how he distances himself now. That's what his legal team is probably working on.
How do you even do that?
Yeah.
Just, like, issue a statement saying, I don't know that guy?
I mean, it's not that easy. They're going to be looking at everything. Financial records, phone calls, meetings, everything.
So maybe this whole bunker thing isn't just about paranoia. Maybe it's about creating distance.
Right, like a physical separation to go with the legal separation.
Wow. But still, I mean, can you imagine being so isolated, cut off from the world like that?
I know, it's kind of a lonely thought, isn't it?
Yeah. And speaking of lonely, our sources say Jay-Z has an escape plan ready to go if things get really bad.
An escape plan? Like, what are we talking about here?
Like passports, fake identities, the whole 9 yards.
Whoa, hold on. So if things hit the fan, he's just going to disappear?
That's what it sounds like. He's got a whole other life waiting for him somewhere, supposedly.
Wow. That's next level.
Yeah, it's like something out of a movie.
So is this really about Diddy, or is Jay-Z preparing for something even bigger?
That's a great question. Maybe we'll find out in the next part of our deep dive. So he's just like got his eject button ready to go.
Right, like a whole other life just waiting.
I know, it's kind of wild, right?
It makes you think, like, what does he know?
Exactly.
What are we missing here?
Yeah, like, is he being paranoid or is he just, like, super prepared?
That's the thing, right? It's like, where do you draw the line between being cautious and being, like a little too extra?
Right, right. Because on the one hand, it's like, okay, the guy's got enemies, he's got money, he wants to be safe. But on the other hand, it's like, wow, this is a whole other level.
It's intense, right? It makes you think about, like, what it means to have that much to lose.
Yeah, like when you're that rich and famous, does the world just start to look different? Like, is everyone out to get you?
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me, right? Especially in the music industry.
True, true. So maybe it's not paranoia, maybe it's just, like, reality.
Right, like maybe this is just what it takes to survive at that level.
Okay, so let's say, for argument's sake, that this is all true. Jay-Z's in a bunker, he's got an escape plan, the whole 9 yards. What does that say about him?
Well, on the one hand, it says he's a survivor, right? He's
Right.
not just going to sit around and wait for things to happen to him.
Right.
He's going to take control, make his own moves.
Yeah, he's definitely not afraid to make a bold move.
Exactly. But on the other hand, you have to wonder about the cost,
The cost. What do you mean?
Well, like, what does it do to a person to live like that? Always looking over your shoulder, always planning for the worst case scenario.
That's true. It sounds kind of exhausting, honestly.
Right. And lonely.
Yeah, definitely lonely. So I guess the big question is it worth it?
I don't know. That's a tough one. I mean, I guess that's something only Jay-Z can answer.
Yeah, that's true. But it's definitely something to think about. And it's a good reminder that we never really know what's going on behind closed doors, even with someone as famous as Jay-Z.
Exactly. We see the headlines, we hear the rumors, but we never really know the whole story.
Well, that's what we try to do here on the Deep Dive. Uncover those hidden stories. Get to the bottom of things.
It's like putting together a puzzle, right?
Yeah.
With all of these little pieces of information.
And sometimes the picture isn't always clear. But that's okay. That's what makes it interesting.
Right. It's the mystery that keeps us coming back for more.
Exactly. So to all of you listening out there, keep those theories coming, keep digging for those clues, because you never know what you might find. And who knows, maybe one day we'll finally get to the bottom of this whole Jay-Z bunker mystery.
Until then, we can only speculate.
That's right. This is, draws out the word this, the Deep Dive, signing off for now, but the conversation never ends. See you next time.